Hey babes, it's your girl Elizabeth Bay and I'm back with another video. I got this beautiful human hair wig from Shein and honestly
this time
it's
I
so
did a little
beautiful.
bit of styling.
I put it in an updo and honestly it was actually pretty easy. I'm going to show you guys how you can achieve this look using a lace front wig. So I got another wig from Shein and it's their transparent lace kinky curly 13x4 lace frontal wig with 180 density. I got it in 28 inches and it costs 189 USD. So the wig comes with two combs on the side, a comb in the back, and adjustable straps. It also has the lace in the front and a little bit of lace in the back. And I got some goodies to help me install this wig. First, they gave me an elastic band in case I want to sew it onto my wig for a better fit. They gave me a baby hair brush and a comb with also the spatula at the back. They gave me hair gel. I was like, we doing hair gel now? What? Also gave me a wax stick and they gave me some lace glue. And this time I'm actually using the lace glue to apply my wig on in this video. So I did get a code. Use Wigs for You to get a free gift with your purchase if you decide to get this wig or any wig from Shein. And I know we're already a minute into this video, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms at It's a Baby, okay? So I went in with the hair gel just to gel my hair back so that way it's away from the glue. And honestly, the gel wasn't that bad. I might have to like kind of play with it a little bit more to see if it actually holds, but it did what it had to do with keeping my hair out of place. Then I went in with some alcohol. I wiped my skin clean from any oils or dirt or anything like that. That way I can glue the wig on properly. The lace was very extremely white and I'm like, oh my God. And it also was pretty thick, honestly. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to blend this wig perfectly to my skin. So I went in with my foundation and I put it on the lace. That way it would just blend a lot better. I did not bleach the knots and nor did I pluck this wig because the goal of this wig was to wear it updo and I kind of wanted to look messy. I also used pinking shears to cut the lace and make a zigzag shape. That way it melts a lot better into my skin. And the wig also came with a middle part already ready. This is what the wig looks like on my head. The blend is not bad. The hairline is extremely dense. Like I said, I'm not plucking it because I'm going to have a lot of like baby hairs and little pieces of hair in front of it. So getting it to blend is not the main focus. The fit of the wig was kind of off a little bit for me and it went over my ears and I just couldn't get the lace to go over my ears. I had to cut some of the lace off and angle it properly so that way I have the appearance of like sideburns, and just doing a little slit definitely helped me achieve that look. So I decided to do a different technique. I put the lace down where I wanted to lay and I took like a white pencil and I marked where the wig stops on my head. That way I know where to put the glue. I keep the glue within the line and not like on my skin. I did this because I always have a problem putting too much glue on my forehead and I wanted to see if I was able to keep it a lot neater and a lot cleaner. So I worked in sections with the glue. I like to put the glue on like tappy motions on my forehead, and then I take the spatula part of the baby hair brush that I got from Shein, little care package or hair package. I thinly spread out the glue and I just try to avoid getting it on my hair as much as possible. You want to make sure you move really quickly because it does dry pretty fast. I'm just taking a little bit of glue at a time and just thinly spreading it out. Once a layer of glue goes clear, you go in with a second layer and you repeat the same steps. Just be careful because the layer of glue is really sticky and you don't want to put too much pressure as you're spreading out the glue because it might disturb the glue under it. So just take your time. I did 2 layers, but you can do as many layers as you want. So once the second layer dried down, I placed the lace on top of the glue and I went in with my comb and really pressed the lace into the glue, putting a lot of pressure because I want to make sure it melts really nicely. Once I was good with the secureness in the center of my head, I don't know, that sounds so weird. It's a really weird sentence. Did that even make sense? Y'all see what I'm doing. Anyways, once I got, the middle part of the wig secured, I went in with the sides and repeated the same steps that I did for the center. A little bit of dot, spread the glue out thin, wait for it to dry, repeat it 2 times. When the second layer is clear, you take your wig and you bring it down. And I had to make sure I had like the sideburns over my ear perfectly because this is super key to making your ponytail look as realistic as possible. Like the sideburns come in handy, trust me. And then I went in with my comb and just pressed it in, and then I realized there's certain areas that my wig did not adhere to the glue properly. So what I just did is just took a little bit of the glue on my spatula, I did thin layer where the glue needed to be, where the lace wasn't adhering to, and then once it went clear, I just put the lace onto the wig and I just took my comb and I just blended it back into my skin. Well, not really into my skin, but into the glue, so that way it like blends into my skin, you know what I'm saying? And I just repeated the sideburn steps on the other side of the sideburn. And now it was time to like clean the white lines that I made. I just took a little bit of makeup remover on a little pad and just like clean the areas. That way I didn't want to disturb the glue under the wig. I realized that I needed some more glue because the lace didn't have any glue to stick to, so I just took a little bit of glue in my spatula, put a thin layer, and then once it dried clear, I just pressed the remaining lace onto the glue. That way we have the entire part of the frontal glued onto my head. Lace is looking kind of rough, but no worries. I'm going to use the wig band that Shein sent me. You know what, in the beginning I said it was an elastic band that will make your wig look tighter. It actually was a wig band. Oops, I definitely messed that up. But yeah, I'm taking the wig band they gave me, that way I can get a better melt. And I let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, not too long. Now it's time for the styling part, and I'm going to try to explain this as best as possible. So because you don't have a full lace wig, you're gonna have to finesse the appearance of the wig looking as realistic as possible. So what I like to do, I like to take some hair around the perimeter of my head and pull it out, so that way I have like hair on the sides, hair on the back, hair on the front. That way it just covers any tracks or the wig itself. And also take some hair at the back of my head as well. I take about a track or two behind my head. I kind of just guessed it, but not too much. And what I did, I took the hair and I put it under the wig band that I have, the adjustable wig band, so that way it kind of like holds the hair in place. I know it sounds really confusing, but it makes sense. It definitely held the hair in place. Once I felt like I had enough hair pulled in the back, I kind of started shaping the hair into the ponytail and start pulling more hair around the perimeter of my head. That way just covering, you know, my natural hair under and whatnot. Now it's time for the ponytail. I used some mousse to help soften up the curls a bit more, and I brushed it out so that way I can get a more sleeker appearance when it comes to my ponytail. I did this to the sides of the wig. That way it's just nice and clean all around. The back, I did not do that because honestly, I want it to look a little bit more messier in the back, and I feel like the curls being more denser and more curlier, it would hide the appearance of the wig in the back. Once I got the hair into the ponytail, I wrapped the rest of the hair into a bun. That way I can focus on the back of my head. I took some bobby pins. I started pinning the back of my head into my braids. That way the wig lays a lot flatter on my head and doesn't poke up, because obviously, like I said, we're not gluing this wig down. And if you ever had a lace front wig, you notice it does poke out a little bit. I had to make sure to tuck it and pin it so that way you do not see my wig cap or my hair underneath. Obviously, there's no lace on the sides of my head, so I had to take some hair and pull it out to cover it. Also took some pins to pin it down so that way it looks more flatter. And then I went in with my pinking shears. I am crazy. Use proper scissors. Do not be like me. I just was too lazy. So I started cutting around the perimeter of my hair a lot shorter, and at the back I cut it short too, because obviously I didn't want it to be long. Your baby hair at the back of your head is typically short, so I want to make sure I replicated that as much as possible. And I also made sure I did a technique where I kind of thinned out the hair as well, because I didn't want it to be too thick at the back of my neck, because it's gonna look a little crazy. I took some mousse to define the curls around the perimeter of my hair, because obviously after like cutting it and playing around with it, I felt like it got really frizzy, and I didn't want a frizzy look. I want more of a defined curl look, so that's what I did around the perimeter of my hair, and I feel like it looked so much nicer. I took my hair out of the bun because I actually wanted to start pinning the hair to look more messier, if that makes sense. Like, you probably like say, why don't you just wrap it in a bun? I'm like, nah, I wanted a really specific look. So I just took like bobby pins, piece of the hair, and started like pinning it into each other into a bun, leaving some pieces out, pulling some pieces out. And I just kept doing this until I kind of liked the look that I was kind of going for, because I wanted to look just really messy, but also like have a lot of curls coming out. And then I took some mousse and defined the curls that were hanging out, so that way it kind of blended in with the perimeter of the hair that had like the defined curls too. And this is how the back of my head is looking so far. Not too bad, but I do want to clean it up a little bit more in the back, so I had to keep pinning, looking back, pinning, looking back, until I got the desired look that I want. And this is the finished look, y'all. I did originally had a bow in my hair, but I just felt like I don't know, I thought it was cute, but I ended up taking up the bow out of my hair and just keeping it as like a simple messy look. And I love this look. Like, I think it's so pretty. I actually wore it out, and a lot of people loved the way I styled it. Like, oh my god, it's so nice. And it felt so great to have hair off of my neck. Oh, like I can feel the breeze, because as much as I love long, big, curly hair, in the summertime, it's a little bit suffocating. So I definitely love putting it up, and I just thought it was really nice, and I had no problems with it whatsoever. And the glue, the Shein glue, held up pretty well. I have no complaints, to be honest. I had the wig on for 2 days. I can't commit to a wig longer than 48 hours, y'all. I'm always switching up my look, but the glue definitely stayed on. And the remover, it was super easy. It peeled the glue off easily. My hair did not come off. It was just easy peasy. Well, we're at the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I try to show you guys a different style to wear your wigs, and I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms at It's A Bae Bae. I'll see you guys again in another video. Bye.